Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot. Gemini's in the house. How are my wonderful Geminis? I hope all is well. Well, you already know, before we get started and dive in, we got to practice our breathing. Especially you Geminis. Y'all are always anxious about something. Let's see what's going on. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shake it off. Woo! It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Everything is gonna go my way. Come on now, Geminis. Come on. You know how you guys do. You know how you do? Yes. Come on, Geminis. Love me some Geminis. Y'all are something else. Something else. Told you my daughter's a Gemini too. She always want me to do the reading. Man, I saved her from some guys. I'm telling you. She was like, Mom, you was right. Of course I was. Hello? I'm your mom. Because she's like, if you could read for other people, I don't see why you can't read for me. But when I tell her stuff, she don't listen to me anyway. So then when she come crying or saying this or complaining or saying that, why didn't you tell me? And listen, I'm not no mind reader. I do the best that I can. But when I tell you stuff and you don't listen, or I give you the rules and say this, this, and this, you grown. So if you don't want to listen to me, I don't have all the answers. All I can do is share info. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't, but I do my best. You know what I mean? And I tell her certain things. That's like, my mother used to say that to me, and I'm like, my spirit just doesn't take this one or that one and stuff like that. She's like, Mom, you always got a funny feeling about this or that. Y'all don't like to listen. And she's like, Mom, you wouldn't believe. And I just sit and I look at her. She's like, okay, you was right. You was right. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just giving you a little insight. I don't have all the answers. But I'm telling you, be careful of this or be careful of that. And if you hear this, you hear that, or ask this question. You know? And I tell you, don't surface shop. Don't just, well, he's cute. Get to know the individual. See what the content of their character is. Learn something. Spirit, speak to us on behalf of the wonderful Geminis. Yes. Change and transition, definitely. Woo, spiritual abundance, yes. Clear your vibes. Nice, nice. Woo. Geminis. Oh, I love this card. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's so cute. See, spiritual abundance. You're manifesting on things. It's been a hard road, Geminis. It's been a hard road. You've been encountered because let me tell you something. Before I remembered, and I always remember Geminis because of my daughter, but I know that y'all had somebody lurking in the shadows, pretending to be your friend, people hating on you, and it's real difficult when you're trying to work through things and you get anxious. There's a lot of anxiety built up in Geminis, and it's like they react accordingly, and you all react on emotion. This is one of the signs, and this is you, that I always tell you to listen, to hear, not to react. Change and transition. You getting ready to move. You might have just got a promotion on your job. You're seeing yourself in a different light because you're climbing up the ladder, and you know every step on that ladder has a different level. And if I tell you to level up, it means you're still climbing up, but you're accepting the changes along the way. You know, I know that you've cut some people out of your life, and that's because of the change. And you're transitioning into a new life, a new world where you see yourself. So a lot of changes, significant changes are coming about for you. This is growth. You know, you're planning different things for the future. You're not settling for less. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. And you're doing things in a new way. You're seeing right through people that are fake friends. And Geminis, you got a lot of fake friends. There are people that see you achieve certain things and they get jealous. They can't help themselves. And you might be dealing with social media now, looking for followers, looking for likes, and you're building up. You might have a business you're running, but you're in the public eye and you're shining through. And there are people that want to be just like you and will pretend to be your friend so they can get information from you because they want to be able to do what you do. You make things look so easy, everybody think they can do it. They don't know the hard work, the sweat equity, everything that you put into it, what's involved. They just say, well, if Gemini could do it, so can I. Good for them. But they don't know. They've never walked in your shoes. They don't know what you had to go through, the process you had to go through in order to get where you are. It just didn't happen overnight. It's a lot of work that was put into it. And your spiritual abundance is letting you know you're going to keep growing. So they may as well keep hating. But you have to be aware of those lurking in the shadows, those trying to seek out information from you. And you don't have a problem sharing information with people, but people don't want you to feel that they're copying you or doing what you do. There's a lot of things that you do that people see and they want to do it too. So that's just how they move where you're concerned. That's how they move. Clear your vibes. I'm telling you, when you clear your vibes, you're able to breathe in good energy. You know what I mean? You don't want negativity in your life. And it follows you because there's always somebody trying to get at you. Always. And thank goodness that it's two of you, the Gemini. So you think things through. You'll get that sixth sense and be like, my vibe is not picking up this person. I'm not feeling this person. And that's fine. I'm not feeling this person because I don't trust them. People would come and smile in your face and everything, but they don't know that you have an innate ability with your intuition to be able to decipher messages that come to you. This is something you were born with. You'll get that feeling. You'll get that feeling that something just ain't right. And that balance isn't there. You are strong. You are stronger than you even give yourself credit for. And you will get those pangs in your belly when somebody does not have your best interests at heart. You'll pick up, people give each other sly looks. You'll pick up on things like that other people may miss out on. And you hold it in because now you're on alert where this person is concerned. And if your vibe picks up any negative vibe from these people, you protect yourself. And you are protected by your ancestors. You are protected. You feel certain things. People may not understand it, but between the two of you, you pick up this vibe. And you know that you have to clear that energy in that space. You have to. Because you know that something is off kilter with these people. And there's a lot of people that surround you, and you know something ain't right with them. I'm just telling you. This is something that you pick up automatically, so don't doubt yourself. If you don't feel comfortable with somebody, I suggest that you don't go anywhere where you're alone with that person, that individual. Because people don't always wish you well. They don't always wish you well. A lot of Geminis are very attractive people, dress nice, align themselves with people that will influencers that will take them to another level. And people tend to like you. You're funny, attractive, handsome. You're a workaholic when needs to, but you still like to enjoy yourself and go out. You make your money. You don't play about your money, about your paper. Things may not always align the way you want it to, but it does get into the space that you need it to be in. That's just how it is. And people envy that. There's a lot of jealousy that surrounds you. And you just have to stay alert, stay in prayer, because so much is revealed to you. Listen to your intuition, pick up on the messages, and work on deciphering them. Because people tend to not always wish the best for you because You make things look easy and you make things look good. That's just how it is. There's some people like that. There's some signs like that. I know 4 signs off the back that are like that. And it falls in line all the time. You know, falls in line all the time. Capricorn is the same way. Capricorn, what is it? Leo, a lot of people will despise you. You're always, leadership roles. So Gemini, that's something you were born with and you got to deal with. That's just how it is. You got to deal with it. Deal with it. Rock with it. Speak to us. And you see, even in relationships, you can call out BS. Your feelings get hurt sometimes because you want to think differently, but there's some people that's just full of themselves. I thought I could walk away and forget all about you, and this, like I've walked away from many others. This person is telling you they thought they could walk away from you. You let them go, you block them. When you start feeling that negative energy, that negative vibe, you automatically cut people off. You always got some kind of attitude. You know that. You cut people off. If you're not working with me, you're working against me. So therefore, I don't need you in my life. You give people the benefit of the doubt, you give them a chance. You're somebody that reacts. It's not that you like to react, but you react emotionally. And if you're picking up that negative energy, that negative vibe, it so happened that that person is not on the same page with you, so you block them. You may feel guilty about it after, but initially that emotion takes over and you block them. I don't want to miss you. I prefer to think of you or think of us as one, even if you aren't present in my physical world right now. You see all the 3 white cards and then the black one? This is your feelings right here. This is how somebody's feeling about you. Okay? I'm trying to do this with my head, not my heart. You might have broken some hearts. Oh well. Because you didn't if somebody, let's say that you like to text, and this person doesn't respond to your text, you're blocking them. Because it's like you consider that disrespectful. Even if you can't talk right now, say can't talk or say this. You want to communicate. Communication is a big deal for you because then you make assumptions when you don't know. And then you react. I didn't think I could be what you needed or wanted me to be. And that's the excuses that people give. It's like this person is probably, wanting to treat you, Gemini, as anybody else. And they can't because you don't act like everybody else. You act on emotion. So if somebody's doing something that you feel is off point, you're like, you know what? I'm not the one. I am not the one. You will give me the love and respect I deserve, or I don't want to be with you. And if there's an issue, you need to communicate with me thoroughly so that I know what's going on. Don't call me out my name. Don't ignore my texts. If you're at work and can't talk, they got those generic messages, send something so I know. But you give people a time frame, a limit. Okay, I'm going to give you an hour to respond because I think you're at work, so you probably can't talk. But I'm sure you go to a bathroom break. I'm sure you do this, do that. You need to be able to respond to me. I'll even give you 24 hours. And some people say, I didn't see the message. Yes, you did, because the red mark or dot or whatever is right at the top to let you know that something has come in for you to pay attention to. You don't play that. You like to communicate. And if people don't communicate with you effectively, you usually don't give the benefit of the doubt. You think they're just being disrespectful unless they come and say something differently. And that's just how it is. You feel bad after you've blocked somebody, but the way you behave, it was totally disrespectful and I wasn't feeling it. You're not going to do me like that. I'm not any ordinary guy. I'm not any ordinary female. I come correct. And I'll be there for you. I'll be supportive. I'll look out for you. But if you're doing me wrong, woo, the wrath of a Gemini. Woo-wee. Please, a Gemini's mouth Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm telling you, it's like fire. You need a hose to put it out. Fire. Geminis don't play. They don't play. Don't be disrespecting no Gemini. You see both sides of them. Both sides. Both sides. Woo! Gemini. You on fire. Fire. 8 of Swords. Woo! You got some negative thoughts going on with you right now. Self-restraint. So somebody pissed you off. You feel restricted. You know. Gemini, you feeling like isolated, restricted. You feel disrespected. Somebody did something to upset you. And you're working on controlling yourself because the response that you're going to give them, you don't want to be in that space right now. You don't want to be in that space right now. Because when people get upset, they say things that they may regret. And when you say it, you don't regret it at the time, but down the line, you'll be like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have acted like this, or I shouldn't have done this. But right now, you feel like you're being tied up. It's some type of restriction going on. Some type of restriction going on. And that's you blocking yourself from certain things because you don't want to act the way you feel like acting right now. So you're buying time. You're buying time. You want to be isolated. You want to cool off. You don't want to deal, right? You're just frustrated right now. You're just tired of the crap right now. And you know how you get, and you don't want to respond accordingly. So somebody has pushed your buttons and made you feel like they don't respect you. So you're stopping yourself from acting out according to their actions. You are working on changing so you don't react a certain way. Wow. Because even with the 4 of Wands, it's showing that there's some joy, there's harmony is going to come to you, some type of celebration, some good news is on the way for you, which is going to calm you down, and it's going to show you that by you holding yourself and restricting yourself back, a blessing is coming your way. You put the time in, you put the energy in, you're trying to stay on that good vibes because they're telling you, you got to clear your vibes. So the vibe that you've been receiving from somebody that disrespected you and you held yourself back from taking it off on their butts. So now you're able to celebrate and be happy because you know what? You blocked that person. And you're saying to yourself, no matter what, I'm going to be okay. I'm learning to restrict myself from acting out. So I'm okay right now, but I'm pissed off. So you're talking yourself down. You're holding yourself back. You're refraining from acting the way you really want to act because you're working on change. Because what do they say? Change and transition. So you're working on being a better person, being your better self without reacting the way people always know you react. People push your buttons to get that reaction that's in your mind. Sometimes they don't even think you're going to react the way you react. But when you're pissed off, no holds bar. You take off. You take off. And you're proud of yourself because you've held yourself back from responding the way that they thought you were going to respond, or at least they didn't realize you was going to respond that way, and you did. You got your Knight of Cups, right? So you have this charm. You're resisting certain things. People find you attractive, and you like that. You like it. It's like your beauty is shining through. And when one door closes, another one opens. So now you're at a point where there are people that want to talk to you, male or female. And You might have held yourself back from this for this person because you like this person, but they didn't respond accordingly and they made you react in a different way. So that change and transition came about because now you're applying yourself in different ways. And if the vibe isn't right, you let it go. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. You're human, but you let it go. You're not going to allow anybody to disrespect you. You're going to act accordingly. This is a positive energy that's flowing right now. I was feeling the tightness and the restriction over here, but then it let up and celebration started coming in. You're starting to handle things in a different manner. Your vibes, you're dealing with the vibration. You're not letting people come and throw you off your game. If you messing with me, I'm going to cuss you out and let you know I'm not the one. And I will cut you off and block you. Don't come at me any old way. And now you're drawing people to you. People have tried to ask you out. There's a positive vibe in here where it might be 3 people in your life that's wanting to come at you in a certain way. And you're working through things because you want to be a different person. You want to be a better person. And you have spiritual abundance. So you're at peace. Even though you were restricted and disrespected and you acted accordingly, you didn't allow it to mess up your vibration at all. You're still on point. Like my daughter said, you're still on point, period, with a T. You were able to get through that hurdle. You allowed yourself not to fall in line with what they summarize you as. You are able to say what you have to say, still control yourself and hold yourself back. But the way you acted, you did hold yourself back. You just blocked that person. They don't know what you were capable of at that time. That's why you restricted yourself. You felt bounded. This is good, and you're letting yourself be free. You're letting yourself be free. Oh, you're ending. You're ending things. That person is done for. That's an ending. New beginnings. You buried that nonsense because you realized they must have called you out your name or something. They didn't give you the respect that you deserve. And you realize that what you want from that person, you're not going to get. You had to tame yourself and hold yourself back and not react because you could have cussed them out. Stink! I say stink with a smell. And you said, you know what? I'm getting spiritual abundance right now, okay? I'm changing and I'm transitioning into the new me. And I'm not letting people push my buttons and get the reaction they expect. So you held yourself back, which is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because think about it. You're saying, I don't want to miss you. I prefer to think of us as one. Even if you aren't present in my physical world right now. And you were hoping that this person will come back correct, and they have not in the time frame that you allotted. That's why they're blocked and completely taken out of your life. You know that there's ups and downs in any relationship, but you're not going to call me out my name. You're not going to make me come out of character, which I would normally have done, but I'm restricting myself from acting on those feelings and those emotions. So I'm looking at other avenues, other boulevards, other highways. You know that there are people that like you. And you weren't entertaining them because of the fact you was dealing with somebody else. And now you're like, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to date. I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to spread my wings. And most important, like an eagle, I'm going to fly. And you are not going to hold me back from my greatness at all. Period. You're not holding me back from my greatness. And if you can't come to me the right way, don't come to me at all. And people are going to give you the respect you deserve because you're celebrating. You're happy. You're falling in line with everything. You're not going to allow people to mistreat you, you know? And you're going to follow your heart. You're going to love who loves you. And you have on your, because look at it. You're with the Knight of Cups. You have on, you're upright, holding your head up high. You're putting the past behind you because the Death card came in. So you're burying a lot of crap. Okay, and you're realizing that there's a new path for you. That's why there's spiritual abundance, letting you know there's more to come. Abundance means what to you? Plentiful, right? You're coming with joy. You're coming with happiness. Everything has done an about face for you. This relationship is done. That person is still lurking, looking at you and realizing what they lost, and you're no longer concerned about it. You're no longer concerned about it because they had ample time to do what was necessary, what was needed. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And now they realize, because I think with this relationship here, it was like a back and forth. And now you've come to terms with the fact that this is going nowhere fast. And you're opening up your mind, your heart, you're listening to your intuition, you're following the messages, and you have abundance coming your way, overflowing. So you don't need that person to validate you. You don't need that person to have a relationship with you if they don't respect you. So you're good. You're good. And that's what you're saying. I'm good. I'm good. You're blocked on Facebook. You blocked them on Instagram. You have just Snapchat, everything. You just blocked them because you realize that you get caught back up into that, like what is it, like a hamster on a wheel, and you just keep going and going and going and getting nowhere. So you're changing and transitioning into the new you. You're not talking about it, you are about it. And that's why things are starting to line up in your favor, because people that mess with your vibe and mess with your soul, you will never be able to grow with, because they know that they have that power over you and you don't like it. And when they have that power over you, you get into good graces with them again, and then they say or do something that irritates your soul, throws you off your game, and then you get pissed all over again and you get out of character. That's not what you're about. You're about climbing and continuing to grow and absorbing the positive vibes that are meant for you to receive. This is your time. You've been through that path of destruction, that roller coaster of love, and now you want to open your heart so you could love the right way. You can be who you were always meant to be without the negativity. Positive vibes only. Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired we're inspired to rise. And you got me excited because it's like I see you letting go of the past, which a lot of times you hold on to. Now you're like, I'm done. And the thing is, you like that person, but they did you wrong, and you're not going to allow anybody to step in that realm and do that to you again. Your vibration is like, not today, not tomorrow. No more. Keep being the best you possible, and don't allow people to make you feel less than. You hold the power, and great things are coming in abundance for you. Take care. Talk soon. Garnetqueentarot, where we're inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you, Geminis, for sharing your message with us. I see you on a roll. Great things is coming for you. Embrace and receive. Take care.